the boss, I like to call him the boss, POTUS and I, President of the United States, he and I were totally aligned with the idea that we had to use very stiff tariffs on communist China. We have to break the communist Chinese economy, not to hurt the good people of China, but to liberate them. One day we will celebrate this anniversary in Beijing. And there's a collapse coming there, mind you. There is a collapse coming there. Senior citizen Miles, I mean, it's just, and sometimes it's really scary to talk to Miles because he's so right all the time. It's like,
亲爱的兄弟姐妹们啊，咱们今天新中国联邦2周年的纪念呢，已经进行了6个多小时了啊。这个很多非常伟大的时刻啊。刚刚的我们的好朋友新中国联邦的形象代言人皮特纳瓦罗先生和他的女朋友班妮啊，开车4个小时，刚刚到了我们现场啊，让我非常的感动。啊，皮特纳瓦罗先生是我们的好朋友，是我们的英雄。Peter Navarro, we are friend forever. We support you. Never, 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 never give up. Take down CCP. I love Peter Navarro. 下个节目采访我们的英雄皮特纳瓦罗先生，有请，谢谢。
Thank you just so much. And this is a great second anniversary of the new federal state of China, and I couldn't be more glad to be here. And I hope people understand that yesterday, about this time, I was in a jail cell with leg irons and handcuffs on for standing up for an important constitutional principle in this country. But I would not let that stand in the way of coming to see you, the great Miles Guo, and to be here with my brother in arms, Steve Bannon, to talk really about the importance of freeing China from the Chinese Communist Party. We must do that. And I'm here as an ambassador to help in any way I can. So happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. There's going to be many more. And one day we will celebrate this anniversary in Beijing. The root of all this evil right now came from Wuhan, China, the CCP virus. The Wuhan Institute of Technology. It's what they call a P4 bioweapons lab. They used a technology that was given to them by one of the most evil people, I think, on the planet this side of the Communist Chinese, which is Anthony Fauci, Frankenstein technology called gain of function. What it means is that the bat lady in China at the Wuhan lab could go to a bat cave 1,000 miles away, bring back viruses and store them in Wuhan. These viruses were harmless to humans. And then they used the Fauci technology, the gain of function, to go in and weaponize those viruses. This was what was going on in Wuhan. I said it from day one. Miles Guo, right there, said it from day one. Steve Bannon actually named a show called War Room Pandemic 3 months before the World Health Organization called a pandemic, okay? Senior citizen Miles, I mean, it's just, and sometimes it's really scary to talk to Miles because he's so right all the time. It's like, I'm sitting around the table with Bannon and Miles, and it's like, this is very, very early on, and Miles goes, yeah, this is exactly what's going to happen. Guess what? It's exactly what happened. So, yeah, listen to Miles Guo is the...
Peter, you have 2 important roles, okay? The number one is that you're an American economist, and you want to champion for the best policy that serves the best interest of the American people and the American economy. And you also have an important role. You're the ambassador of the new federal state of China. So my question to you is that how do you make the connection between these 2 roles? And does the best policy that serves the interest of American economy is also beneficial to taking down the Chinese Communist Party?
Yeah. See, this is a really easy answer, and I actually wrote it years ago in my Death by China book. If I had to write that book today, by the way, Miles, I would have called it Death by CCP. You know what I'm saying? Long live the new federal state of China. That would have been the subtitle, right? It's an easy answer because I argue, there's actually a chapter in the book about how I argue that the economic reforms that I was preaching for China to adopt would actually be better for communist China, right? It's if they were able to abide by the rules of fair trade, their workers would not be under these tremendous human rights abuses. They'd earn decent wages. They would have free to have wonderful families, enjoy freedoms, have more free time. It would be a very prosperous economy. I think there was a few reformers in China, communist China, who tried to go down that road, and they inevitably either wound up dead or in jail, right?
Again, predicted by
yes,
Miles Guo.
by Miles Guo, because the Communist Chinese Party simply doesn't trust anything but their authoritarian market. You know what I mean? The mindset of your leaders. When I was in the Trump administration, the boss, I would call him the boss, POTUS and I, President of the United States, he and I were totally aligned with the idea that we had to use very stiff tariffs on Communist China to force Communist China to stop what I called at the time the 7 deadly sins. And this was things like intellectual property theft, state-owned enterprises, currency manipulation, counterfeit, go on and on and on. And there was a faction inside the White House, they call it the globalist Wall Street transactionalist faction. People like Steve Mnuchin, Larry Kudlow, Gary Cohn before him. These are all Wall Street guys who leech off the workers of the world.
Globalist.
Yeah, and they fought to somehow try to come up with a trade deal with China. I always argue from the get-go that it was a mistake, that whatever they would agree to, they would never fulfill. I've turned out to be almost as good a prophet on that as Miles Guo is on everything else. But my point is that there's no question we are at a point now where the rest of the world needs to decouple from communist China. We have to break the communist Chinese economy, not to hurt the good people of China, but to liberate them. And there's a collapse coming there, mind you. There is a collapse coming there. But between now and that collapse, there's just so much damage that the CCP is doing to the people of China as well as the rest of the world. Well, sunshine is the best disinfectant. And between now and the 3rd anniversary, I'm sure that you personally, Miles, Steve Bannon on the War Room, are going to be doing everything that all of us can to continue to get the message out about the new federal state of China and why we need regime change in Beijing. Okay, there's chess as a game in America and the world, and there's checkers. And I've often said that here in America, too many of our people are playing checkers in a chess world. Okay, but then there's the game of Go in China. This is what Miles Guo understands. Okay, and so what's great talking to Miles all the time is being able to better understand from a cross-cultural standpoint how the Chinese Communist Party minds are working. Because Miles, having lived in that environment and survived in that environment, knows that better than anybody. And as I said, it's like as soon as that virus even broke the news, it's like Miles was all over that. And he had that chessboard, that Go game, completely sussed out. So what Miles can teach us here in America is a window into that world in communist China. I think I have a pretty good view based on my world experience and what I know, but it's nothing compared to the master here.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. So Peter,
Okay, thank you
again,
so much.
it's a great honor and privilege to have you here, especially today.
Yes.
And I think that there are hundreds of millions of Chinese people are watching this live broadcast. You are our ambassador, and we wish you all of the best. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Miles Guo.
Thank you, Steve. Keep fighting. Keep fighting.
Take down the CCP.
This is it, sir.
After
That's
today,
amazing.
I need a girlfriend. I want a younger than the first 20 years. How can help me?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Very
All
honest.
right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.